This project here in Ballston Spa, we're going to be putting on a new shingle roof, snow slides, copper chimneys. This is going to have our upgraded package. So we're going to put Grace Ice and Water Shield on the entire house. The customer has a lot of snow issues. On the backside, that's why we're covering the entire roof in Ice and Water Shield. So I'm going to take you through the whole process, show you how we get this job done, and it's going to just look awesome when we're done. So on this project, we're installing 3 brand new skylights. They're deck mounted fixed. If you look on this side, we already have these 2 installed. We used Ice and Water Shield, the one that Velux provides. They do highly recommend to use theirs, so that's what we're doing on this job site. The previous contractor, when they installed these, I think these are from 80s or 90s, you can see underneath the flashing, there is no ice and water. And if you come a little bit closer here, you can see everything is rusted out. So we're gonna take it out, check the plywood, make sure it's good. Put a new one in and put the Ice and Water Shield around it so you don't have that issue like that. Put the skylight in. Luckily, the sheetrock fit right into the grooves in the skylight, so we're not going to have to do any trim. What we look out for is when you put the skylight in, it has to be flush with the decking. So at least on top and bottom, I mean, you can see a little bit of a divot here. That's just the rafters themselves. So we're going to nail it all around to all the holes, ice and water. And that's another skylight installed. So you might notice on this house, we have Grace Ice and Water Shield on the entire slope. We don't normally do this. This is our higher end package, but this side gets so much snow. It's the north side, so this customer wanted us to seal everything off, and that's why this whole thing is covered in Grace. Down here at the bottom, you'll see that we do have WIP 300, and this is a high temperature Ice and Water Shield. We're going to be putting snow slides more for decorative purposes here at the bottom. So we're gonna have snow slides, and then from the snow slides up is where the Grace is, and that's where the shingles are gonna go. So gonna be pretty neat looking snow slides there at the bottom. Right now the guys are bringing up the shingles, and we usually stack them on pitch hoppers like that. That way they don't lay on the peak and crease themselves. So it definitely helps a lot with when you're laying down the shingles. It doesn't damage them at all. We just took a lunch break and started pounding the side out. So we're installing our Atlas Pinnacle Pristine shingles. The color is Hearthstone. We chose that color because it matches very well with the metal snow slides we're going to put in. So you'll see the end product once we're done. But we held off on the snow slides for now because I don't like installing them until we're done with the shingles. Shingles falling, they always scratch up the panels. So we just like to hold off on that for now. And then we kept the two shingle space from where the snow slides need to be. So we're going to install those tomorrow, damage free. What else is going on? The chimneys, we're actually going to be covering them in copper. You can see Nick and Andrew working on those right now. So we're going to show you how we're doing that. This one is an upgraded chimney flashing. So we're going to use copper, solder everything together so there's no holes anywhere. Definitely the best system to do around the chimney. So I'll show you how we're going to do that. But yeah, we're killing it. So here's what I meant by soldering the copper together. Specifically the apron flashing, that's going to be the first flashing that goes on the chimney. So Andrew already did this side. Soldering holds the 2 pieces together, and there's usually a little hole right in this section. And you can see actually on this side where Andrew's about to solder it. He's going to fill that up with a solder, and it's going to keep it completely watertight, because a lot of times the metal expands, moves, contracts, so that hole can open up a little bit. But this way it's all one solid piece, and once it's put in, it's completely done, never going to leak. So we were able to finish all the shingles here today. New skylights, new chimney flashing. Very happy how it turned out today. And if you take a little bit closer of a look at this chimney, you can see what the final product looks like with the soldered flashing. It's a little bit dirty from the dust when we cut into the chimney, but we recut new lines for each step, put it all in, riveted it together. So this is definitely the best kind of flashing you can get on your chimney. Really happy how everything turned out. So tomorrow our plan is to just get the panels in. Day 2, we're back at it again. I don't think I showed you this side yesterday, but we're doing metal roof on this front porch, snow slides across the top as well. Our plan is to finish the entire house today, so we're going to finish all the metal, shingles, clean up, and I honestly can't wait to see how this project is going to turn out. We just put in our first snow slide, so these are going to be 30-inch reveal. We're going to have the shingles cover up. It's about 6 inches on these panels. It's going to be 21 inches wide. We first marked a square line, so when you look off the ground, these ribs are going to be perfectly straight. So now we just got to run them straight. Finally got the front and back section snow slides on, and they just look stunning with the house colors. I mean, the shingles. Honestly, it's like one of our favorite jobs this year because the color just looks so well. We are almost done with the porch. I'll show you a little bit of the progress up on there. The sun's setting, so we got to go home right now. But come over this way, and I'll give you a little bit insight what the porch is looking like. So on the porch, we're installing same kind of panels as the snow slides, 1-inch ribs, 21-inch wide panels. And we were just about to put the wall flashing in. Took out some of the siding, so the siding's going to cover this head wall flashing. Tomorrow we're going to come in, put Z trim over here, or Z closure, some people might call it. Put the trim in, and then put last panel. We ran one short, so we're going to put that in, and that's going to complete this job. Just can't wait till the final product here. Day 3, we're back nice and early today. We're putting in the Z trim. So already put a few pieces in right now. My plan is to put the wall flashing in, make sure it fits nicely around the window, making sure to tuck it underneath here. Because if you ever have any kind of snow load or water, you definitely want everything to be nice and watertight. So the head wall flashing is in place. If you come a little closer, you can see that you want this upper flashing to go underneath the siding. Any water ever gets here or snow, just going to drip right off, drip onto the roof. That way the system is nice and solid. Right now we're bending our last panel, and we use a Wuko bender to get that nice 7/8 hem onto the drip edge. So once we're done hemming that, take a little closer look right here. You can see that hem right there. That bend over is 7/8. So we got the last panel on. Elijah did an awesome job hemming this, so it fits on perfectly onto the drip edge, clamps on, so if any wind ever gets underneath here, it's not going anywhere. I mean, now we just gotta bend the rib over twice. So we're gonna do that, put the head wall flashing, and we're done here. We're officially finished with the porch roof, installed all the head wall flashing, and we're actually gonna have to come back and install new siding. This is 200-year-old siding. It's 1-inch board, half-inch board. We couldn't find anywhere, so we're having a sawmill make that. But roof itself is completely finished. We put on a snow rail. You'd be surprised, even on a low-pitch roof like this, how fast the snow actually comes right off. And I really love this system because I'll show you the front side, but it is color matched to the roof, so you can barely even tell it's on the roof. This is going to just stop all the snow from going where the front door is. But really happy how this porch turned. So we're officially done with this roof. Here's what it looks like from the front side, and here's the back, and here's what it looks like from the top.